positions. 11, they should be treated as such. The Bears are back, baby!
Hello and welcome back to i75Live, episode 52. Today we have a lot on the list. Me and Dylan were at the Braves White Sox game. Chris has some cool stats about the past two games that were pretty. I mean, we saw a really good game, and then to follow up, I mean, it's been pretty impressive with how many runs, how many hits total both teams have had. The FedEx Cup Championship is this weekend in Atlanta. The 30 best golfers, the final tournament of the year. So we'll cover that a little bit. Preseason overreactions. We've got a couple stories on Dylan's team, my team,
Bears
and
the Bears are back.
Also, we're going to talk a little bit about the Bengals as well. Fourth and long is on the list as well. Hard Knocks, and then we are going to start what we did last year. A lot of fun. We have our NFL SZN Props round 1. We're going to do 3 rounds of this. We've all picked 2 players. Going to combine it, make a 6-man. We'll have 3 6-mans at the end of the 3 weeks to go into the season. And then next week, we are also going to do fantasy players of kind of, again, like we did last year, some of our favorite fantasy guys. If I'm not mistaken, we did pretty good last year when it came to
4 out of 6, I think.
And the only 2 players that we missed on our season was because they got hurt.
Yeah, for the bets and
for the bets, we got Cooper Kupp. He was on pace to do really well, got hurt, and was pretty much out for the rest of the year. I can go back and look. But fantasy-wise, I'd say we did pretty good as well. We also, Dylan had a swing and a miss when it came to Jahmyr Gibbs. You knocked Saquon Barkley out of the park. So we did pretty good last year, so that's a lot of fun to do that.
We have a top 5 today, too.
Oh, we do have a top 5.
Top 5, a little special.
We don't know what the top 5 is.
Hell no, you don't.
We'll figure
I don't
that
think
out.
you're going to get it.
To start off, though, like we mentioned, we were at the game Monday night.
Yep.
And it was really, I mean, there was combined about 30 hits.
Yep. 22 runs.
It started out kind of boring.
Game lasted 4 hours.
It did.
We both got balls. Dylan got one from the White Sox bullpen, so that was pretty cool. I got one from a
Profar foul ball. Got thrown to you afterwards.
So that was really cool. That's the first MLB ball I've ever gotten at a game.
Me too.
So that's cool. What were the stats that you said between the 2 games?
So the stats, this is crazy. So obviously Monday night when we were there were 30 hits, 22 runs.
It was like 13-9, yeah.
That's right. And last night there were 24 runs and 24 hits, 21 runs.
Yeah. 11-10.
That was crazy.
So in other words,
those are some huge numbers. Dylan, you think
give this like
those are football
both
score.
cities need to be has to be the World Series matchup, like eventually.
Yeah, well,
needs to be.
Unfortunately that probably won't happen this year, so
hey, I mean,
not even close.
But it was fun. I mean, just some serious like comebacks. Even the Brave comebacker last night. I thought they were going to do it on Monday night.
It was like 10-4 last night.
I mean, it was football scores for baseball games.
Yep.
So that, and we have a knack for just going to
the right game.
Good game.
I know.
Last year we went to the only game where the quarterback threw for 500 yards.
Yep.
We went to that game. Bristol, even you can say that it gets canceled and rained out. I was there.
Yeah. Oh, I was at the Seattle-Chicago Thursday night game. That was like
no
9-6.
touchdowns.
Yeah, no touchdowns. It was raining.
So it's
we did no touchdown game too once, didn't we?
Yeah, we went to Sunday
Saints?
night, the Saints versus Tampa, to see Tom Brady play.
Yep.
So it's either like the literal bare minimum and nothing, or we see
best game
the
ever.
best game of the season. Yeah. No, it was fun though. Like we said, we both got balls. That's the first time I've ever gotten one, so that was pretty cool. That's all I got for that.
It was a fun baseball night. I mean, hey, we got Cracker Jacks, hot dogs.
Not a ton of people were there.
There were a few beers. There wasn't a ton of people there. It was a great night. It was a fun night.
$12 tickets for right behind the visitors' bullpen. When else can you get that?
If they would have known that, they would have raised the prices.
They did. Last night's game tickets were almost $50 for the same spots.
Really?
Oh,
I
that's
swear to God, I checked.
Too
it's like, oh, yeah. Good choice.
To go into the FedEx Cup, though, obviously that's here in Atlanta at Eastlake. We have actually been the past 4 years in a row. We are not going this year.
Lame.
Well, Vanny, if you want to say lame to anyone, blame Vanny. Vanny wasn't able to make the trip.
I would have gone.
This is
Just
true.
saying.
But no,
I'm just not excited this year about it. I mean, Scotty has literally run away with this season.
Yeah.
So the and I think this has kind of gone under the radar. I think where they used to do this format is if you were, the number one golfer coming into this to all the total points, you would get
so many strokes.
You'd start, 10 under, whatever. So this year they took that all away. Everyone is starting even.
Scotty's still going to win by 10 strokes.
He probably will. But, I look at it and go, at that point, I kind of liked them getting so many strokes because it rewarded your play and how many times you won and all the points you accumulated over the whole season. And I know some people didn't like that, and that's probably why they changed it, because they felt like it was just way too unfair. Yeah. But to me, I mean, it's like you're rewarded. It's like getting the number one seed in the NFL playoffs. You're rewarded with a bye week. You're rewarded with home field advantage for what you did in the regular season. Yeah. Well, and this is just golf's version of doing that.
I feel like it's different because this would be like if the number one seed started with a touchdown lead at the start of the game. So that's kind of like, I see that side of it, and I'm like, especially when it's like you said, a guy like Scotty has just ran away with the year.
But he's earned it. He deserved it.
He definitely deserved it, but maybe there's a different way to reward them than giving them like full 10 strokes.
Well, the reward is that they're in the tournament. The reward is that they're in a tournament with only 30 golfers.
You make guarantee money no matter, there's only the 30 best golfers go. So you're making money no matter what. I don't know. I personally like giving the top guys who did good throughout the season a little bit of an advantage and a cushion to kind of be like, hey, you earned it, and now go out and, you have to still win this tournament. Yeah. And now that everyone's at even, starting even.
So I'm curious, though, how far can Scotty finish in the pack and still win the FedEx Cup? Because that's based on points. Did they change that too?
Yeah.
So now you have to win the tournament to win the cup. Because it didn't used to be that way. It was all done on points.
You have to win the tournament to win the cup. So again, it's like, why are we keeping track of the points then? Just for like number one golfer in the world to determine that.
Certain events have FedEx Cup points.
That's the point system. Yeah. So I think, honestly, I kind of like how it is now. You accumulate points, you get the reward by earning those points, doing good in tournaments, and earning your spot in the championship, like a playoff. And I guess, you can't really have a first round bye in a playoff. And I think a score advantage, especially when the top like 2 or 3 golfers are very much far ahead of the other, competition. So I think I like it. It would give for a more interesting Sunday.
I agree with you on that.
Much more interesting Sunday.
I do. Me just as the athlete of like, then why? Like, I hear what you're saying where I'm playing to get an opportunity to be in this, to be the top 30. But if I'm winning the percentage of what Scotty's winning, it seems like he wins every other weekend. I'd be literally like, come on, like what? So I see both sides, Scotty. I see both sides of it. Yeah. Next, preseason overreactions. We'll start with Dylan's Bears. I had to remind him that it was a preseason game.
So
preseason? I thought this was like legit. The way he acted.
The Bears are back. That's all I have to say.
I had to remind him that it was a preseason game.
Mind you, if Rome doesn't drop that perfect ball on third down, we probably go 2 drives in a row, just down the field, touchdowns, long drives. But the Bills did not play many starters, and I watched the Hard Knocks episode last night. They got dominated in practice too. And so it's preseason. The games don't count, but they matter. I hear that. I've heard that.
I agree with you.
I feel like I've heard that saying more and more this year than I ever have before. Like every single news outlet is saying that. And I agree. And so when I hear that not only against the Bills, but the Dolphins as well, and we'll see, I don't think they have joint practices against the Chiefs, but they play on Friday. All of the starters are playing, same with the Chiefs. So I think the fact that stories that are coming out are not, the Bears are struggling a little bit against other teams. The stories about Caleb struggling came against our defense. And so against everyone else, I mean, in our joint practice last week, Josh Allen had 3 interceptions in team period. Caleb had none. And so those were against starters. That's against the ones. And so, yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. I loved what I saw out of the entire team. Like, I think everybody, like I said before the preseason started, this is going to be a team that finishes every play very, very disciplined and very detail-oriented. And I'm not many penalties either. I love the culture that the team is starting to accumulate. I'm very happy. But on to your team, because I don't think Dawson doesn't necessarily blow smoke up his team's ass, but my God, this draft class has a chance to be like the best one y'all have had in a long time.
I will agree with you on that, to where I think this draft class could be the base and like the concrete to kind of start to build something with Mike
That's
Vrabel.
your young nucleus, dude.
I really like Henderson. I think he's going to be an amazing running back.
Oh, yeah.
Catching the ball. I mean, it seems like he does everything, especially if we're behind games and we're trying to score points. He's going to be
He's a 3-down back.
100%.
On the field the whole time.
I also really like the
Efton Chisholm,
dude. I like him, and he reminds me so much of an Edelman, of the typical Patriots receiver that everyone kind of makes fun of us for.
Who was the guy that you guys had, the white receiver? Oh, it wasn't either of those two. It was a little bit bigger, who's kind of a deep threat. You remember what I'm talking about? It was like Kyle. Oh my God! I'll look it up while you're. Keep going.
No, but I was a little shocked because they came out and said that he's not playing in the last preseason game. So that can mean either one or two things. He's already made the roster, and they're just gonna not have him get hurt.
I think
there's no point.
In 2 preseason games,
you're but if he's still battling for a roster spot, why would he not be playing? And then the other big one to me is Kyle Duggar. We just signed him to a huge extension last year, and he has now not been playing with the ones.
I heard that,
but also he's not playing in the last preseason game. So
I saw him maybe a trade candidate.
That's what I'm. So either he's or both of them. It doesn't make any sense, especially Efton. I don't know. I was expecting him to play.
Yeah,
I was expecting him to be on the because our receiver room is fairly deep.
He's been playing
with
good,
Polk,
dude.
with Baker, with
Kyle Williams,
with Pop Douglas, with Diggs. Like, we have a lot of guys. So for him to make the roster would be awesome, but I don't know why he's not playing.
I think that's why. Well, so through 2 preseason games, he's got like 12 catches, 120 yards, and I think 2 touchdowns, and I think a passer rating of like 120 when he's being targeted. Yeah. So yeah, I think realistically, I'd like to ask, I don't know if you know, but I'm sure Jalen Polk and Javon Baker are definitely playing in your last preseason game. And I feel like this is probably why. I think you've got Diggs, Kyle Williams, and Chisholm right now, or Chisholm, however you say it. But I think
Pop Douglas is there too. I think
he's another good
right
one,
now.
Good deep threat.
So it confuses me a little bit. Yeah. I know Mike Vrabel, he's talked about, especially Kyle Duggar, because that's been huge. The other one, though, Will Campbell, I think he's played good, but he's also shown flashes of like, you're a rookie when it comes to, especially some practice clips of like one-on-one pass rush. In the game, though, I think in the couple clips that everyone have probably seen of him pancaking some guys, getting to the second level of safeties, and that's all great. The effort is there. It's just, I think it's going to have to just be the mental side for him. And maybe getting a little bit bigger, because I think he's a tad bit undersized still.
Yeah.
I'm excited about him, though, because I'd rather take a guy that goes out there and gives 1,000% effort than a guy who is just naturally gifted and just is like, I'll go out there, do my best, and see what happens. So that's what I like about Will Campbell. But Kyle Duggar and Efton are the two that I don't know. And I don't know why they're not playing. It's either they're going to try and trade them, or they've already made the team. And
I think Chisholm made the team.
It'd be cool.
He looked good
because he looks very shifty. He looks like an Edelman 2.0.
Yeah.
And it's classic
it's
Patriot
Hogan,
receiver. Okay,
Chris Hogan.
Yeah, but I'd say Chris Hogan was honestly a primary outside receiver. But Efton, he's slot, going up against linebackers, going over the middle.
It's kind of like, he reminds me of a Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah,
like very much so. And I think you guys could use him a lot. You've got some good slot receivers. Realistically, I think the one weakness you guys have is probably on the outside. Like it's really only Diggs, and then who's your wide receiver 2?
Either Polk, Baker, one of those guys, and then you have Efton and
Kyle Williams,
maybe Kyle Williams on the outside, and Pop Douglas on the inside with Efton.
It's a lot of different ways.
And then tight ends, we still have
Henry and Hooper.
Yes.
I think both.
So it's going to be interesting how it all shakes out. The O-line, I think, it looks a little shaky, especially in practice. That might be a problem. But when it comes to our plays and how it looked last year compared to this year, I think it's going to be night and day.
I agree.
Just really is going to come down to protecting, if we're going to be able to run the ball, to then open up play action, because McDaniels loves play action. I mean, he lived off that with Brady.
Yeah.
So we will see. And I'm not going to sit here and say, like we're going to go to the Super Bowl and win the division. We still have...
I haven't said that yet.
We still have...
It'll happen.
We still have the Bills in our division. I still think the Dolphins are going to be pretty good. So it's an uphill battle. I like where it's going, though. And I will consistently continue to say that for my team.
Another team that does not seem to be going too well played their star quarterback for 3 drives on Monday night, and he was running for his life the entire time. Mr. Joe Burrow. As someone who has the first overall pick in one of our fantasy leagues this year, man, do I still take Jamar Chase knowing that Joe Burrow might just get demolished again for like the 4th year in a row.
And I don't know why he was doing what he was doing, where it was like, dude, just throw the ball away.
Yeah.
It's preseason. Like, I get it, but throw the ball away.
Yeah,
you don't need to be doing what you're doing right now and taking these way unnecessary hits.
I will say, though, the guy that was playing center for the Bengals, and the guy that threw his arms up on that play where Joe was just running around, that was our starting center at one point. That was who the Bears signed, thinking, that was going to be the difference maker for the team. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. So, yeah. I'm glad he's not on the team anymore.
And I understand why Burrow probably came into this year going, I want to play some of the preseason games, because of how slow they have started.
Very slow.
The past, 3 to
on their Monday night game, they brought up a graphic that in 2022, they started 0-2. And then 23, they went like 1-3, and last year they started like 1-4.
Yeah,
it's
I understand, and at least I give Joe credit to where he's looking at it and going, "Hey, if we want to have some type of different result, we need to do something different this year to get a different result." So I like that, and I hear that, but at the same time, Joe, just throw the ball away, and the Bengals as a whole, it's just kind of been a dumpster fire this whole offseason. They don't even know what they're going to do with Hendrickson yet, if they're going to trade him.
Might be a Patriot.
But we have heard from, again, like Jack sent in a tweet the other day saying the only hiccup with that whole thing is guaranteed money, to where it's like we're counting pennies at this point now.
You are, yeah. Especially when you realistically, if you're not going to spend the money going to get high-quality O-linemen, spend it on your pass rush, because you're gonna be letting up a lot of points. And I don't think the secondary is all that good.
And if it wasn't for him getting the sacks and rushing the quarterback the way he was, a lot more points. A lot more. Yes, I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
So that to me is just another microcosm of what the Bengals have been.
Dude, it's bad.
But Joe Burrow, I give him credit for wanting to play. To get a different result and to not start out slow. That's not the way to do it, what we saw him doing the other night.
No, that is not. But without further ado, I think it is time for our 4th and long segment. Mr. Chris Coltrane, take us away with the sound cue.
Uh-oh, here we go.
On a 4th and goal.
4th down and 20. 4th and 21, not the way you want to try to extend it.
What do you have for us this week?
Oh, I've got a mixed bag today. Okay. So let's go back and talk a little bit about baseball. Rob Manfred comes out, proposes new Major League Baseball divisions, realignments,
really?
New teams.
I didn't see this.
What do you feel about this?
Can we get some more? I did not.
Dylan, how do you not know? This was major news.
This is cool.
So let me just tell you this though. Like currently, what are the Sox in?
The Sox are in the AL Central.
Okay, AL Central. Yeah. And what are the Cubs in?
NL Central.
Okay, well, they want the Cubs to both be in the NL Midwest, the Cubs and the Sox and St. Louis and the Reds.
In the same division.
In the same division.
They want to completely blow up the division.
They want, so they want New York, both New Yorks, the Mets and the Yankees, with Boston and Philly in the AL Northeast.
Which then would put the Braves with Tampa.
Oh my! We would be with Tampa, with the Marlins, and with a new team in Charlotte
or Nashville.
The
Nashville and Charlotte are the two huge cities that they're eyeing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So what it's going to do, though, is think about this, though. Think about how if you lived in New York, you can probably see just about every major league team coming to town because you have AL and NL.
Well, now everyone plays everyone at least once.
But now New York's never going to leave New York. I mean, you're going to have all... I think it's a lot of people upset about this.
I like adding teams because I think they can do it.
Yeah,
I don't like the idea of changing the divisions because I think some of the rivalries and some of the fan bases hating one another is what makes sports.
Could create new ones, though.
You could, but at the same time, though, you're completely getting, I mean, maybe not completely, but for the most part, you're getting rid of a lot of those.
Yeah.
Like, you would get rid of the Phillies versus the Braves of it being what it is. You would get rid of, like, all the rivalries that
it would
circulate.
change everything.
You'd still have the Marlins.
But listen, Rob Manfred is known for this, of these crazy ideas, and a lot of people think he's trying to get people that don't watch baseball to watch baseball. But he's going to push us away. For the people that do watch baseball, we're not going to want to watch it.
I also think he knows what he's doing. He's just trying to get people to talk about baseball.
Sells.
And, you know, I saw a stat to where
all over
they're still making, like, I think 12 million somewhere every year. So they're profitable and they're making money. Even the whole Bristol thing, like that was in Tennessee. They were testing out the market of what you can get at a place in a state like that. To where if you put a team in Nashville or you put a team in North
Nashville
Carolina,
could support a
I completely
team,
agree.
100%.
But then I'd also look at it if I was the Braves, where there's a lot of Braves fans in Tennessee that travel to come to Braves fans. All of a sudden, you're now taking a lot of those fans away from you, giving them to another team. So if I was one of those, I'd be like, hold on a second. Like, you're taking our fans now. So there's lots of factors into it, but ultimately at the end of the day, there's no such thing as bad publicity, and he knows what he's doing. If he can get people talking about baseball, talking about it, no matter whether it's good, positive, bad, negative, whatever, he's going to do it, and this is just another one of those.
I will say, though, with how important that the divisions are for, like, you know, playoff spots, you know, because there are, you know, there's division winners and then there's a wild card race. You adding 2 teams, you would have to realign the divisions.
Yes.
You'd have to, because there's 30 teams, there's 3 divisions on each side, and each one has 5 teams. You can't add 2 teams, 1 to each division. That gives you 6 in one of the divisions each. That's weird. I can't say I hate it. Like I said, if they really do want to expand and add a team, you're going to have to realign. And so I think there's a way to do it that makes a little bit more sense than... Because I think creating the New York and Chicago rivalries, they're already there. But actually making it a part of the season other than just 2 series that they play every year could be pretty cool. Like playoff races between those teams. That would be cool. But like you said, stuff like the Braves, like the Phillies would go by. You get to keep the Marlins, the Tampa Bay Rays, who are a pretty damn good team, come in. There's a way to do it. But
there's just a lot of moving parts to it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Manfred, though, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. I mean, he introduced the shot or the pitch clock. He's introduced the ghost runners. I mean, he's made a lot of changes in baseball over the last few years. So
he has. Yeah. That's true.
And that's his job at the end of the day.
I guess, yeah. Okay, so Atlanta radio, some of the these talking heads, they are pissed about Penix not playing in the preseason.
As they should be.
They came out and said he's not going to play next week either.
Yeah.
What do you think about some of these decisions about some of these teams not playing certain players that obviously need some game time experience?
It lines up with having a defensive-minded head coach. It really does. I think defensive-minded head coaches tend to want to play conservative on offense because they know how important like defense and preserving something is. And so I think it's a terrible decision, quite honestly. We've
talked about it the past couple of weeks, and even like the Chiefs and the Bears, like
their starters are
before the Bears' second preseason game. I looked at you and I said, if Caleb Williams doesn't play, that is stupid. Yes. He needs to play.
Yep.
What happened? Came out, looked good. I know it's preseason, regardless who it was against. He got reps. He got real game time experience. Mm-hmm. I think that was good. the teams who aren't playing, we've talked about it. It makes no sense.
Teams started off slow, too.
Especially like Penix, for example, you played 3 games last year.
Yeah.
It's not like you've been in the league for 4 years and you've started, and you've played 3 games. You have a new play caller
at the end of the season.
To me, it's stupid. It really is. And to not have any of your starters play, and your first game coming out of the gate is against a division rival who it's going to come down to you and Tampa at the end of the year. Yeah. Your first game, you're going into it, and your starters haven't stepped on the field, on a real game field. I know everyone will say, but they go against their ones in practice, and that's where they're getting their reps, and it still matters. I think you have to, and I think it's a huge mistake that the Falcons aren't, but a lot of other teams also aren't. But the Falcons are just the one that we hear about the most. I think it's stupid. I think Michael Penix should be playing. I think Bijan should be playing. I think London, Pitts, all of them should be playing. They are not good enough or proven enough to be like, nope, we're
even
good.
Then though, like the Chiefs, proven, and then the Eagles are the only exception. They're not playing, I don't think, really anyone. I don't think Saquon has gotten reps. I don't think Jalen Hurts has gotten many reps. Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, but that's great. They just came off a Super Bowl win and dominated.
Yeah.
That's the only team realistically that should have the pass. Be like, okay. The Ravens even, that too. I don't think Lamar or Derrick Henry or people like that are playing. Fine. You've been around for a while. Same with Josh Allen. But you are the Atlanta Falcons. Where is the entitlement coming from? That makes zero sense to me.
There's a couple guys around the league that I think have the right to be like, I'm just playing even Joe Burrow. I don't think, but like I said, the reason he is because of how slow they've started. Mm-hmm. So I applaud him for wanting to do something different to get a different result. But like Mahomes, I don't think Mahomes needs to play. No. Lamar doesn't need to play,
and he still is.
Josh Allen, and some of these guys still are. Yeah. But the Falcons, that's a great point. Where's the entitlement coming from?
Oh, we don't need to. We
don't need to play.
We're going to be good to go week 1.
Yeah, or even I think. I think the only player that Rodgers, I think Rodgers should be playing. He's on a brand new team.
Yeah, and he's not.
I understand he's Aaron Rodgers and all whatever you want to say about him. He's on a brand new team.
All new. No, I don't think he's played with anybody on that roster.
So that's another one that I say you need to play. But Penix and the Falcons, I think it's a huge mistake.
Stupid.
And I kind of hope that it backfires for him week 1.
Yeah, I think it's going to.
I think it could. It very well could.
Oh, yes.
But Tampa's not really playing
their starters either. And Tampa's not playing their starters either, to where even that, it's like...
We're going to get a game of just field goals again?
It's a coin flip game.
It's a coin flip game.
Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the Falcons. So Kyle Pitts, is this his year? So, his contract is coming up. Listen, how important... Dylan, put your agent hat on for a minute. How important is it that he has a huge year for this next contract? You look at his numbers. He did get 1,000 yards in 21. He was 356 yards in 22, 667 in 23, 602 in 24. Hardly any 1, 2, 3, and 4 touchdowns. So if history repeats itself, he'll get 5 touchdowns this year.
What's his touchdown line this year?
It was 4.5.
Literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.5.
So is this make or break for him? Because
man. Absolutely it is. But I think realistically, if he ends up not doing anything, they trade him. I think a team like the Chargers would take him. Some team that needs a tight end. That
I was notorious for the Dolphins trying to get him.
Yeah, the Dolphins, but now I think they're settled with Darren Waller. Yeah. But it's absolutely make or break. And I think, quite honestly, he looked okay with Penix. But again, it wasn't anything eye-popping. There's no reason to believe that he's just going to go back to having 1,000 yards. But I do think he's going to be an important part of the offense.
Yeah.
I think he has to be.
And
safety blanket for the quarterback.
There's been some sly little comments made by Penix being we're getting him the ball, we're passing him the ball. So I think they know, within the building, they know everything that's being said. He's either going to do what he did the past couple of years and suck, or he's going to be a league winner in fantasy this year.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to.
You get him in round 9 or 10.
And you can get him in round 9 or 10, and then all of a sudden you have the best...
I will be taking him.
You have the best tight end that you were able to get in round 9, and he's a league winner. There's no in between.
Absolutely,
either he's going to suck
it's booster bump or bust or boom.
And then it also puts the Falcons. It puts the Falcons in a really tricky situation because if he does, say, 11 touchdowns, 1,100 yards, all of a sudden
they're going to
have to pay him like he's the best tight end in the league.
Yeah, you do.
And
they still have a fifth-year option, I think, or did they already deny it?
I don't know. But then it screws you because you're stuck either paying him or letting him walk. And you kind of look at it and go, yeah, you had one really good year, but what did you do the past, 4 years? How do you expect us to want to pay you the way that, just off 1 year? So it puts the Falcons in a tricky situation. Even any other team wanting to sign him if the Falcons don't at the end of the year.
He's a free agent. I think this is his fifth-year option.
Well, this is his fifth year. Yeah. So, this is it. He has to prove himself. Okay. Yeah. So we know how Dylan's feeling about his Bears. I mean, they're going to win the Super Bowl. So I want to have a little history lesson here. So with all this talk with the FedEx Cup this weekend, Scotty Scheffler. So he's number one right now. Okay, world number one. He's 116 weeks in a row. You realize
2035, right?
I think I showed
2035.
You realize that
no, you're gonna. This is gonna.
Okay, so if he is going to tie Tiger's consecutive weeks at number one, he has to remain number one until October of 2028. So just put that into perspective for a minute. Think about that. That's 3 years from now. Crazy. That's almost enough time to get through college. So here's what's also crazy. So you realize Tiger Woods was number one 683 weeks of his whole career.
How many weeks was he a pro? That would be another. That'd be
680.
Yeah, 684. No, but I mean, so it's clearly. But so those numbers are pretty incredible when you think about it. So here's another thing that's interesting. So check this out with Scotty. So back-to-back 5+ win seasons. There's only one, and if he wins, he'll do that. Okay, he'll do that this year. There's only one player that's actually done this in the last 40 years.
Tiger.
Who is it? Tiger, right? Yeah. So Tiger. So check this out. Tiger didn't just do it once. He did it 99 to 2000, 2000 to 2001, 2001, 2002, 2002, 2003, 2005, 2006, 2006, 2007. At one point, like 5 years in a row. So again, just putting it into perspective, while it is amazing to see what Scotty is doing right now, Tiger still was like, wow.
I saw another one. So Scotty just finished, like his year average score was just over 66. It was like 66.8 or something like that, which is good for 6th best ever. Chris, who are the top five?
The top five: Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods. All five. It's really incredible. It really is incredible.
When you break down the numbers and you're having Tiger was fucking.
He might be the best athlete ever, and.
It's
across all sports.
And if he wouldn't have screwed up in the middle, he did have an injury in there.
His back injury, he had some controversy.
Who knows what could have happened?
Was it his back or his hip or both?
It was his back. He's had some knee problems.
The way he comes through that ball so hard, he just tore his back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it puts into perspective just how good Tiger truly was.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to have some fun. We're going to do a top five. Okay, so let's do top five. Ready. So you guys can just go back and forth, talk about this. You guys can decide, just start guessing. And when you hit one right, I'll let you know, and I'll let you know where it hits in the top five ranking. But here we go. What NFL fans fight the most in their home stadiums? What NFL fans fight the most?
Philly.
So let's see.
Philadelphia Eagles got to be number one.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Absolutely Philly.
Philadelphia, we hate them. We hate them with a passion. They are number one. They are number one on the list. Who else?
I'll go Steelers.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You think the Steelers? You think Steel City? Rough? Yeah. So Steelers, actually, Flynn will be happy to know they're number three.
Are they really?
Of the top five. Number three.
I'd like to say the Raiders, but I don't think that's the case anymore. Now that they're out of Oakland.
Raiders. Now that they're in Las Vegas.
That's a good guess. Like you said, I don't think maybe the Jets. Maybe.
Yeah, New York fans.
No
Jets, even though we don't like them either.
What about any?
They didn't make the list.
Buffalo. Giants.
No,
Jets.
Buffalo, they're good
nice.
people over there.
I don't think Packers fans either. Because
No,
I think Packers fans
are
were
nice.
quite nice actually.
Yeah,
even though I had a Bears jersey.
They were quite
Packers
nice.
didn't make the list.
Yeah, that one.
No Florida
hold
team.
on. How about the Patriots? Are the Patriots on that list?
Chiefs fans.
Patriots.
I bet you the Patriots are on
Tommy's
that list.
team. Nope. Patriots are not on the list. They're pretty nice up there.
Chiefs.
They're nice and cordial. The Chiefs, even though we hate the Chiefs also.
Nice.
Nope. They're nice. They're not on the list.
They're all talk.
Genuinely.
I'll go with probably not Carolina.
Got Steelers and Eagles so far. Jake, any guesses? Like
missing a massive.
Massive one?
Missing a massive.
Give us a hint.
Come on, guys.
Give us a hint.
Oh, Baltimore.
The
Baltimore.
Ravens.
The Ravens.
I
They're
wanted to
number
say-
4.
yeah,
The Ravens are 4 on the list.
Yeah, Cowboys.
The Cowboys, they are
Dallas.
America's team. Everyone loves them. Their fans are very nice. They're not on the list.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So what? We have one.
We've got Baltimore, Philly, and
So
Pittsburgh.
you have 1,
2 more.
3, and 4.
1, 3,
You need
and
to get
4.
2 and 5.
Who's 2? I'm thinking of like by.
You might have already
divisions.
said them.
Not gonna say the Vikings. I don't think the Bears.
I don't think Chicago.
Okay, so
I don't
one of these
think-
teams, it is one of these teams. It's a little bit cold where they play.
Seattle.
No, Seattle. I think
And let
is
me tell you,
nice.
Seattle fans suck.
I
They should
remember
be
your
on this
story
list,
last year,
but
or
they're
last
not on
week.
this list.
Huh? Yeah, I'm
Raiders,
blank.
Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders.
The Raiders are on the list.
Are they
are
really?
number 2. The
Damn,
Raiders are number
dude.
2, so
Damn.
you just have number 5.
Moving to Vegas did not help them.
Definitely not.
So
the
this is a
Rams.
cold weather team.
Cold weather team. What side of the states?
Most unruly fans, top 5. They're in the eastern part of the country.
He already said no New
Not
York
the Giants.
teams.
They're pretty civil up there.
I'm trying to think.
Washington.
Oh yeah, the Commanders. No,
Not Washington.
Commanders. Oh my God.
Cincinnati.
Oh, Cleveland.
Not Cincinnati.
Is it Cleveland?
Cleveland.
Not Cleveland.
Oh my God. Further east.
Further
Oh
east.
man, AFC or NFC?
AFC.
AFC.
What am I
AFC
missing?
team in the East. What division are they in?
East.
NFC East. It's not the Patriots. Not the Jets. Is it the,
The
Dolphins?
Bills?
The Bills. Number
Buffalo?
5. The
Okay.
Bills.
Wow,
There's
that
your
one's a
top
little
5
shocking.
most unruly fans.
That was a little shocking.
Bills Mafia.
There you
I guess
go.
it
They
kind of
fight
makes
the
sense.
most.
Okay, so you've got Philly, then the Raiders, and then you have Pittsburgh.
Ravens.
Ravens, and then
Yep,
Pittsburgh.
Raiders, Steelers, Ravens, Buffalo.
You know that kind of makes sense actually. That
It makes sense. I
That makes a lot
was
of
a little
sense. Okay.
surprised about the Bills.
So
Yeah.
should we do one more for fun? Should we do
Yeah,
one
let's
more?
do
See
it.
if you can guess the team.
okay.
Should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So what is the only NFL team that has never changed their logo?
Oh,
Steelers.
Not the Steelers.
No, Dallas. I think it's Dallas or the
Not
Niners.
The Raiders.
The Niners.
Not Dallas.
Niners?
Never
The Bears
changed
just did
their
recently,
logos.
so they've
Patriots have. The Dolphins have.
Cardinals?
Bills have. The Cardinals have. No, the Cardinals have changed it.
I know the Eagles have, Patriots.
The Jets.
It's
Dolphins
hard.
have.
Like it makes you want to start looking at
Jets.
jerseys.
Now the
doesn't
Jets
it?
have changed
Giants?
theirs.
Don't
Raiders.
Giants have.
The Raiders.
Nope.
Oakland.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
Giants have.
So even subtle changes count.
What about the Jets?
Ever. No, the Jets have. The Jets used to have a
Oh,
literal
you're right. You're
jet.
right. You're right.
Oh man.
The Rams have.
Chargers.
Nope. Chargers have changed. their
Oh
logo.
man.
They used to have a
Bills
lightning bolt.
Patriots
NFC or
have.
AFC? No, I think the Chiefs have too. Chiefs?
Let's just say this is in the South, in the central part of the United States.
Central, so Texas. The Houston Texans?
The Texans.
Because they
Really?
started in like
Because they
2001.
started so late. It was kind of a trick question, but
Yeah,
you
it
guys
was a
finally
trick
got to it.
question. Okay.
Every other team has changed their logo. All
Yeah, I
right,
I thought the
that's
Steelers
it.
have had the same
That's it for
logo.
fourth and long.
Nice
Yeah.
job. Nice job. Nice job.
Good one.
Before we get into our NFL season props, I'm very excited. We should have added this earlier too. The whole Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson.
Should we get a little segment or reaction from AJ? If we reached out to him, I bet we could plug in a little.
If we can reach out to him, and he can make a little rant video. We'll
if
plug
it's
it
not in the video, that means AJ was a little bit upset because he bet us money and we didn't take the bet, but he did bet us money that Anthony Richardson would be the starting quarterback.
And I thought he was going to start, but I told him, dude, he's going to suck. Because, I mean, look what we've seen in the past couple years.
And he didn't even get that far.
I've been, even last year, when we went fantasy, and he was going in like one of the first quarterbacks off the board.
People were taking him in like 3 or 4.
Like before Josh Allen sometimes. Yeah. And you're insane to do that. And
that was one of your fantasy takes
last year. It was, and I nailed that on the head.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's a good quarterback at all. We saw that with the sack that he took where he dislocated. Well, not even that. I just don't think it's all there mentally. Like,
that too.
Like, it's one thing to sit there and launch the ball 100 yards and to run. But when your X factor is you can run the ball, and every time you run the ball, you get hurt. Yeah. That's not an X factor to me. It's not like Josh Allen. No. It's not like Lamar to where that's truly is their X factor.
Yeah.
And they don't get hurt doing it.
Jaden Daniels too.
All the running quarterback. Even I'd say Jalen Hurts to where he needs to, and he stays healthy. Anthony Richardson was like glass. Yeah. It was like Tua to where he takes off and you're just like, oh shit.
He's gonna get hurt. And shoulder injuries.
He might dislocate another finger.
The Colts have always let their quarterbacks get pounded though.
They have.
In recent years anyway. Just Andrew Luck.
The Colts have a good roster. They have good running backs. Yeah. They have great receivers, and they now have a great tight end. Historically have had a really good O-line the past couple years, and I don't think their defense isn't too bad either.
It's not.
So the roster that they have, they are a quarterback away from being very, very good in a division that is also just wide open. Of a coin flip every year for the past couple years.
It's wide open.
So if I was AJ, I'd be ripping my hair out going, just someone come in and play quarterback and not fuck this up.
Daniel Jones could actually... I think he'll do okay. I think he's in a new system, new coach, new team around him. Like you said, a quality team. I think he might actually do okay. I think he can get the ball out of his hands.
Yeah. I hear you. This isn't a Colts rant though. This is more of just like an Anthony Richardson. You're not good enough to be an NFL quarterback, I don't think.
Yeah, he was, drafted way too early and way too soon. Like, he should not have come out of college when he did. Like, not at all. He was, I think, just turned 21 or something like that.
And he only played he played what? Maybe one season at Florida.
The NFL is going to learn from this. They're going to learn from this, and GMs are going to learn and say, you know what? Guys have got to play more in college.
Well, my question is,
even that.
We need more of a resume, though. Like, my question is, how did he even come out? You have to stay 3 years, don't you?
I think it's an age. It's an age thing. You have to be 21. Like the wide receiver out of Ohio State, the really good one. I can't remember his name right now. Is blanking.
Like Buka?
No. It's Jeremiah Smith.
Oh, Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah. You have to be. He came into college at 18 early, right? Yeah. You have to be 21. So realistically, that's 3 years for him. So that's kind of where that rule gets.
I think it should be an actual year thing. I think it should be 3 years that you have to play.
Or at least be on a college team on a roster.
Yeah. So that's
it's unfortunate.
Like way too soon.
I think Anthony Richardson will play games this year, but it's just not
gonna be quality games.
No, they're not. And he's gonna get hurt. Something else is gonna happen. He's going to get a concussion, and it's going to be the same old story this year again. So that's my take on that. I was right last year. I was right this year again. I should have bet AJ.
You should have. I should have too.
Really. I thought he was going to start. I really did, and I don't know how he's not.
It just must have been that bad, dude.
I did not watch Hard Knocks though. I did not have time.
I will give a little bit just because it was really cool.
You did. I know exactly why you did.
I watched because I wanted to see my team, the Chicago Bears. I just wanted to see them win 38-0 again. I really did. But I will say, you can clearly see, I'm glad that they finally chose a winning culture team to be on Hard Knocks. Because they realistically, like, in the past, I'm guessing they got rid of these guidelines completely, but in the past, to be the Hard Knocks team, you had to have missed the playoffs. You can't have a new head coach. And then you can't have been the Hard Knocks team in like the past 5 years. And so realistically, the playoffs part immediately like just cancels out all the good teams that you would kind of want to see and see the inside of their building. And so it's like when the Chiefs make those, the Kingdom series, fans eat it up. And the Bears do something, it's called like 1920 football drive.
A lot of teams are starting to do their own.
They should. They should all have their own channel.
Yes, though, absolutely. NFL streaming service, I'm just saying.
But
the Bills and like all of you, definitely give it a watch whenever like all the episodes are out. Their culture's great.
I've been
Sean
watching
McDermott,
them,
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And I think everyone in that building has the same mission. Like there is no question about what they are all there to do. And so seeing all of this and like their preparation, even though they did get dicked on Sunday, it was great to see. And like how they handle their meetings and stuff. It just, I don't know, it feels different. Even last year with the Bears, it just, in recent past with like the Raiders Hard Knocks and the Browns Hard Knocks, the only exception being the Lions when Dan Campbell's first year.
Winning franchises and historic.
Well, I think the NFL knows this. They're not stupid. They're going to start having more teams that were playoff teams that are popular.
This is great.
Why would they not let the cameras in there and give it their marquee show?
Do we know who they're doing for the in-season Hard Knocks this year?
I don't think they've released
They
it
never
yet.
released that. But you could probably, if you watched enough games, you could probably see the extra cameras, maybe. But even with all the NFL films, there's so many cameras at the games.
That was pretty cool last year because you could see.
I forgot. It's the NFC East. I remember now. Yes. They're doing the NFC East for the in-season Hard Knocks this year.
Well, and I know people really liked that because it was, instead of like the quarterback show to where you have to wait a whole year, you kind of know the outcome, you know all the storylines, and you just kind of relive it. That's coming out during the season. So you're like seeing it as it's happening. So I know that's why that's as popular as it is. It shows the difference between winning organizations and historically losing organizations. Even to like last year where with the Bears versus this one. I mean, with how just everything was conducted, how everything was handled.
Looking back and seeing like a whole segment about Eberflus getting a fucking haircut, dude. Oh my God. Yeah. And then seeing this Hard Knocks, it's like, it's night and day. Like you can tell that the Bears were not a serious team last year. I wish that I wasn't so blind. But I am.
That's sports for you.
I'm blind this year, too. But.
So, I'm very excited about this. This is something I look forward to every year. Fantasy, betting, all of it. This is the best time of the year.
That's awesome.
Our NFL season props. Round one, we're going to, like we said at the beginning of the show, we are going to do this for 3 weeks leading up to the season. We all have 2 players, 2 season long. We're going to try and do different.
We're going to try, honestly, like if we have 3 6 legs and every single pick on these 6 legs is a different player. Yeah. So you have 18 different players that we bet on. That would be,
that's the goal.
That's the goal.
If there's a player that we just really like and you like his touchdowns and his yards, that's fine. Yeah. But that is the goal, to have 3 6 legs of 18 different players to watch throughout the year. Yep. We did pretty good last year.
We did.
We got hit with some injuries. I think I had Cooper Kupp got hurt, and then I remember now I had Kyle Pitts over 4.5 touchdowns.
That's right.
He ended with 4.
4.
So we did really, really close last year. Really, really good. But this year, I'll start off my 2 guys. I'm going to go with number 1, Jared Goff, over 3,899 passing yards. He plays 11 games in a dome. He still has, I know he lost Ben Johnson. I know he maybe lost, he's not going to do as good as he did because he doesn't have his offense coordinator. I don't see it happening. You still have St. Brown. You still have J-Mo. You still have Jahmyr Gibbs. You still have Laporta. You still have all these guys. You look at his past 4 years, he's had over like 4,500 passing yards the past 4 years.
That's true.
So to me, I think this is a little disrespectful. When I looked this up, I thought he was going to at least be at 4,000. So for him to not even, be at 4,000, I really, really like this. I also think their defense, if they're dealing with the injuries they're going to be in more shootouts. They're going to have to score points. They're going to have to throw the ball to keep up, to outscore teams. And their schedule is pretty rough to some teams.
First place schedule.
They're going to have, they play some really good teams.
Oh, yeah.
And so a lot of points are going to be scored. I really like the Jared Goff pick. Like I said, he's got weapons galore. I'm not too worried about him not having Ben Johnson anymore. I know that's probably why this line is what it is.
Probably.
I really like Jared Goff still. Next one is Emeka Egbuka, receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, rookie, 805 receiving yards. I'm going over on this for a couple reasons. I think Chris Godwin, he's out for the first 4 games.
Yep.
I think Trent McMillan, he's also
neck
out
injury.
for the first because of that. The neck injury that he had in the preseason game. There's also, this dude is tearing it up on the practice field. Baker has already come out and said this guy is literally, I feel like he's been in the NFL for 4 years. Yeah. Not only with Mike Evans, Mike Evans is good for being hurt for a couple games, but he's going for the record. So him, Mike Evans on the outside, if Egbuka, if he manages the slot while Chris Godwin, while McMillan are gone, I think he clears this by week 13, 14 with how and Baker Mayfield. He had 43 touchdowns last year or somewhere in there. He had about 4,500 yards. He was an MVP candidate when it came to stats last year.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's going to change. I know he kind of lost his offensive coordinator as well with Liam Cohen. But I really like this Baker, just the comments alone of Baker talking about this guy. I think he's destined for being a 1,000-yard receiver and maybe rookie of the year too, if he puts up really good numbers.
Yeah, that's
offensive rookie of the year.
That is very possible.
Those are my 2. I really like. I have a ton, and like I said, we'll do these over the next couple weeks. Those are my 2 favorite for this week, though.
Those are good ones. So my 2, I took a 1 for Caleb last year. It was his passing yards. It went over. And this year, so last year, Caleb finished with 20 passing touchdowns and 6 interceptions. This year, his line is 22.5 touchdowns. That's after we added the first-round tight end on top of Cole Kmet, Luther Burden in the second on top of DJ Moore and Roma Dunze, 3 new interior offensive linemen, and 2 already solid starting tackles. And not to mention that we went out and hired Ben Johnson. So the NFL or Prize Picks, because that's the platform we were using, for them to think that Caleb can't get 3 more touchdowns than last year with all of those additions, downright disrespectful. Even more disrespectful than Jared Goff. Like, that's crazy to me. I thought this was going to at least be, because I searched for this. I thought it was going to be like 25, 26 at the minimum. But this, I think, again, like you said with Egbuka, I think Caleb Williams gets over like 22 passing touchdowns probably by like week 10, week 11, 12, one of those. And yeah, with all of the different pieces that we've added and the new scheme, even through the preseason, we've seen that, I know, take it with a grain of salt because it's a very vanilla game plan, but guys are running wide, like free. And so you're going to have a lot of opportunities for big plays that turn into touchdowns. And Caleb played all 17 games last year. That's the first time that any Bears quarterback has done that, I think, since Jay Cutler. And so realistically, that is I almost said the L word.
Don't say that.
I almost said the L word. I didn't say it. But it's a very good bet. It's a very safe bet, and it's one that I'm comfortable taking. But the second one, another one that realistically, I get the worry around it, but Justin Jefferson's line for catches on the year is 87.5. And I think, again, he shoots over that. I think realistically, it doesn't matter who's throwing him the ball. We learned that last year. We had plenty of worries about him last year with Sam Darnold. Did not matter. And yeah, I tend to be a believer in J.J. McCarthy. Maybe not right at the start, but I do think he's going to be good this year. And so for him to not have, and Jordan Addison is suspended for the first 4 games. Who are you feeding the ball besides Hawkinson? Like, he's going to have probably the first 4 games, 10 catches each. Even if they go for not many yards, this is a catching prop. This is a receptions prop. I think realistically he ends with near the top of the league, over 100. So yeah, give me Justin Jefferson over 87.5 receptions.
Yeah, I know Jefferson, there's a little concern that he's been hurt, not doing so much in preseason. Maybe that's why that is a little bit low.
Yeah. But
I do agree with you. With Addison being hurt, those are, that's 40, maybe 40 targets within those first 4 games that now who are they going to go to? And JJ, you're going to be looking for your your star best receiver as much as you can.
Absolutely.
So,
and again, they've got a great play caller. Yeah. Kevin O'Connell is going to scheme Jefferson open.
Oh, yeah.
Like 100%. 87.5, you're joking with that.
Chris, what do you got?
Okay, so my two props for this first week. First off, Michael Penix. Now, here's why. So Michael Penix is at 3,425 yards. Based on what I saw in his 3 starts last season, even though he's not going to play in the preseason, he is 25 years old. He has offensive weapons, right? He's got London, he's got Pitts, he's got Bijan.
Yeah.
Knowing that their young defense, chances are, they've got some growing pains. They're probably going to get in some shootouts.
Yeah.
I think Penix is going to get those yards. I actually think Penix might go over 4,000 yards. I know that sounds crazy.
He could end up closer to 4,000.
I think Atlanta's going to be a lot better than people think. And I just think with the weapons, with the fact that they might be playing from behind, I think Penix over. I think it's a good pick.
I think it's a good pick.
That is a good one.
My next one is actually Mike Evans. So Mike Evans' line this season is 949.5. If you guys remember last year, final week of the season, he tied Jerry Rice's record right here. Jerry Rice, 11 consecutive seasons. This guy was so awesome to see play. If you remember Mayfield winning that game, he made sure Evans was going to get the ball.
It was like
he tied that record. Play. I think even with Evans, he's got a propensity to get hurt a few games. He gets banged up.
Yeah.
He might not play the whole season. I think this year he's going to stay healthy.
Yep.
I think that Baker's going to make sure that he gets this done before week 18. And I think he's going to beat Jerry Rice, who's the GOAT. I think Mike Evans, it's a good pick.
I'm rooting for him, dude. And
I am too.
To build on, this isn't anything about the bet, but just Mike Evans in general has been so underrated his entire career. When realistically, when he retires, there's an argument that he's a top 5 receiver of all time. Like, not kidding. There's longevity, touchdowns, yards.
Well, with that record alone, he's got to be. He's Hall of Famer, no question.
6'5", doing all this.
I think he already is in the Hall of Fame.
I think people forget that he's like the size of Megatron, pretty much. Like, he's a little bit smaller, but he's like 6'4", 6'5". Yeah. He's been doing all of this healthy. This is what? Yeah, this will be 11 years in a row of 1,000 receiving yards.
This will be the record.
Crazy,
he's tied it.
The record.
This is the go for it.
Yeah,
this is
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, that is week 1 of our season props. Those are some good ones. If you have some, let us know. Comment. Let us know what you think. My only one is the Caleb Williams one was jumped out to me to where
that's crazy.
Yeah, the talent that they have, either they know something that we don't, or they just seriously do not believe in.
Like, I can't believe that.
Yeah,
that might be one we sneak in a couple of these because that looks like that could be a free space.
22.5,
sure.
like seriously.
So there's a couple of I know Trevor,
that's gonna change too when we gotta put that bet in because that will change.
Trevor Lawrence has a really good one. I think Trevor is also sitting at 22.5 passing touchdowns when all of a sudden now you have Liam Cohen and he had 43 touchdown passes with Baker. So there's a lot of great, even Trey McBride for the Cardinals I saw was a really good one. But these are week 1s. Caleb Williams over 22.5 passing touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, 87.5 receptions. Egbuka, over 805 receiving yards. Jared Goff, over 3,900 passing yards. Michael Penix, over 3,500 passing yards. And Mike Evans, over 950 receiving yards to hopefully break the record this year.
Yeah,
right.
So
let's make that a $20 bet. Let's make some money.
I think that's a good round one.
That is a good.
Next week we don't have fantasy guys this week. I know some of you guys are probably doing your drafts. I know we have one this weekend, and the rest are kind of sputtered.
We normally do one for me, Dawson, and Chris, and now Jake too. We've been in the same fantasy league for we're going on 8 years.
Yeah.
We got to do something for our 10-year anniversary. Yeah. That's special having the same group. Damn near. I know it's every once in a while we get.
For the most part,
names,
we've had the same core group.
Yeah.
I don't know what's more fun, that or the group chat that we've had for that many years.
Yeah, that too. But no, we normally do that draft at the start of the week, before Thursday night kickoff. So that one is always the most nerve-wracking.
I believe we have our I-75 league, which Flynn's in that, yes. Jack, all of the guys, Gunny, Vanny, all of them, Jake, Chris,
Colin,
me, Seth. That one we are doing Sunday night at 5.
Yep.
And we did our random draft. Dylan, I got 1. I got 4. I I think Chris got
seven or eight.
Seven or eight.
a
Jake
pretty good
says
place
it
to
doesn't
pick.
matter what he got because he's going to win.
So
he doesn't really care. But that draft is Sunday, so we're looking forward to that for all the guys. That's going to be fun. We always have a fun time. But no, fantasy, we will be coming out with some of our top guys.
Yep.
Maybe we kind of waited a little bit because I don't want to give Dylan all the guys that I'm targeting.
Just so you have them for one draft.
Yeah.
It's okay. I already know who you're targeting.
So
I know you.
So yeah, we'll dive into, like we did last year, of some of our favorite guys, some of the guys to completely avoid, and some of the guys to try and shoot for to get because they could be league winners at the end of the year. But that will wrap up today's episode
52. Deck of cards.
52, and we will see you guys next week.
Sir, it's been real, guys.